Om. 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 साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ओम साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ओम साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्. Offering my humble pranams at the lotus feet of Mother Sai, who as always is most merciful to bring gem after gem to our satsang that started off as a small study circle, which by his grace is reaching the 90s of the weeks that have gone by without a break, where we have chosen ones coming and sharing their inspiration, their lessons learned at the lotus feet. And today we have someone whom I can tell you with a little that I've interacted so far. All I feel is as if I've known him for many years. Someone who's, the connection is that family that sets in with the bond of Sai that connects each one of us. We have had an informal satsang already in the last 15 minutes getting ready for this. And I'm super excited to introduce Uncle, who as soon as I shared the invitation to a few people, everyone had so much to share. But let me do the formality of introducing him as someone who had his first darshan of Swami way back in 1965. If I were to put as one's qualification, all I can say is he's a bhajan singer, a Bal Vikas Guru, a Sevadal, a bhajan and spiritual coordinator, among the various roles that he has held in the Satya Sai Seva organization. But most of all is that he was blessed to stage the first of many dramas in front of Swami in 1972. And he has authored, directed, and presented 50 musical dance dramas, 12 musical concerts with a number of youth and as many as 4,000 Bal Vikas students. He has authored and composed 90 devotional songs depicting the glory of the Satya Sai avatar and 50 bhajans which are being sung even today in Prashanti Nilayam. He has authored 60 short stories promoting human values which are published in leading Telugu magazines, Andhra Bhumi and Srivani. Professionally, he has served as an executive engineer of Southeastern Railways. But the biggest introduction that I have to say is the picture that is there in the flyer that all of you saw. He's someone who's got a brilliant smile on his face. And when he smiles, just the smile on Swami's face just shows a reflection that happens. If you are positive in your heart, there is a smile on your face, and there's Sai standing in front of us, presenting to you yet another embodiment of Sai, Uncle Prakash Rao. Sai Ram.
ब्रह्मानंदम परम सुखदम केवलम ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वंद्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलम् अचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सत्य साईशमीडे ध्याये श्री सत्य साईशं दिव्यमंगल विग्रहं नव्य पीतांबरधरं दिव्य तेजो विराजितं प्रशांत निलये भव्ये दिव्य सिंहासने स्थितं भक्तरन् मंदिरावासं सर्वव्यापिनमीश्वरं वंदारु जनमंदारम मंदस्मित मुखांबुजम शरणागत संत्राण दीक्षा कंकणधारिणम सर्वतः पाणिपादाब्जम सर्वतोक्ष शिरोमुखम सर्वभूतांतरात्मानं सत्य साईश्वरं भजे वरदाभय हस्तंच करुणा वरुणालयम नमामि सत्य साई सन्नत भक्तार्तिभंजनम नमामि सत्य साई सन्नत भक्तार्तिभंजनम नमामि सत्य साई सन्नत भक्तार्तिभंजनम नमस्ते पुट्टपर्तीशा नमस्ते भक्तवत्सला नमस्ते सर्वदेवात्मन् नमस्ते परमेश्वर त्वमेव गतिरस्माकं दयां कुरु मयि प्रभो त्वमेव भगवन् बाबा दृष्टा adrushta manasa karmana vacha chintayami bhavatpadam satya sai sa sarvesa sadbhakta parirachaka prasida he krupa sindho prasida parameshwara prasida maya atmabandho bhaktabandho dayanidhe aparadha sahasrani kriyante satatam maya tani sarvani saisha kshamyatam tvarayattvaya. Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Ram, Om Sri Sai Ram. I offer my humble and most loving pranams at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Lord Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba. My loving pranams to all the brothers and sisters of the Sai family participating in this satsang. The very first thing I heard about Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba was at the age of 15 years. I was just 15 years old at that time. That is in the year 1957. I went to Jamshedpur, where my sister-in-law was blessed with 2 children, and both the boys died within 10 days of their birth. Then third time she was very much, when she was pregnant, she was very much worried. So somebody told them to go to a Satya Sai devotee's house, Mr. K.K. Rao, general manager of Tata Iron and Steel Company. So when they went, they saw Vibhuti and Kumkum flowing from Bhagavan's photo. They were very much surprised. And Sri K.K. Rao Garu, he heard their miserable story. Then he gave only Swami's Vibhuti and a photo. Amma, nothing will happen to you. So just say Sai Ram, Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Put this photo under your pillow and sleep. The moment she put Swami's Vibhuti and a photo under her pillow, from that night onwards, she never had any trouble. Had sound sleep and no bad thoughts at all. She no worry at all about her delivery and all. And finally, she was blessed with a beautiful son, and she named him as Sai Ram Varaprasad. And hearing this story, I went to their house and saw the boy, and then went to Dr. Sri K.K. Rao's house. When I saw Vibhuti and Kumkum flowing from the photo, we were damn surprised. It was a miracle. And my father is a saintly person. He used to visit ashrams and all great saints like Swami Sivananda Saraswati and Kanhan Gad Ramdas and Abhiram Paramhamsa of Koramala. So he was very much impressed. And my father put Sri K.K. Rao Garu one question: who is this saint in the photo? Sir, the answer given by Sri K.K. Rao Garu still is very, very green in my mind. It's so emphatic sentence that which inspired me that somehow, someday I must go and see this avatar. He said, here is the divine personality whom the entire world will worship one day. That is what he has told. Holy Papa, such a great personality. So I was very much interested to go to Puttaparthi and have Bhagavan's darshan, but I was a student still. So after my completion of my education, then when I joined the railways, the very first pass I took from the railways in 1965, I ran to Puttaparthi. I wanted to stay for only one day at Puttaparthi. But when I went, when I saw Bhagavan, I was very much impressed. For hours together, after Swami went inside again, when he will come, I never even went to take food also. I sat waiting for them. But I was to stay for only one day. The next day, I asked some of my friend who has given me some place to sleep there. Then he said, no, you have to take permission of Bhagavan before leaving Puttaparthi. How to take permission? Said he will come in for darshan in the line, then you ask him. So next day, I waited for Bhagavan to come. Bhagavan, I wanted to ask, before I asked, Swami passed away today, next day. So what to do? So I was a boy, I jumped and just patted Swami on his leg. Then Sevadal member just dragged me back. But Swami did not say anything. Swami simply turned, Aim Bangaru, what? Then Swami, I have to go. Undu Bangaru, Swami said, Undu Bangaru. Then I said, what is Undu Bangaru? Undu Bangaru means stay here. Sir, this Undu Bangaru went on for 1 month. What to do? I have a service there. I am a young boy. I do not know the seriousness of absconding from the office. What to do? So, but after what to do? Then I used to attend bhajans, but I am a singer. So I used to attend bhajan morning and I forgot about the office and started hearing the bhajans and repeating the bhajans sitting on the banks of Chitravati. So I thought, why I can't, I have no music knowledge. Sorry, why can't you compose? Then I composed a song, Pahi Gajanana Dinavana. That song I composed. Then whom to tell? I was waiting to see. Then some very short gentleman was coming from the bhajan. I saw him singing. Then I said, Sai Ram, sir. Then he said, Sai Ram, who are you? Sir, I am a railway employee, sir. Then that gentleman said, I am also a railway employee. Birds are the same feather. Thank you very much. Then I said, sir, I have composed this song and I have gone to his lodge and he heard this song. Very good. Said, sir, can you sing in Prashantini? So I will try. So for 3-4 days I waited, but I think on 7th day or something else, he sang that song. As I am very much blessed, Swami, you have blessed now. This is my duty. So you have given me now duty, that this is the duty I have to do. Yes, let me start composing bhajans and songs on your avatar. Thank you very much. And then after 1 month, what happened, Swami 1 month over. Then Swami created Vibhuti and he has given me. Then you go, the Bangaru, you can go. I went right from the then when I returned to my place, started going for bhajans and Nagar Singh every day, bhajan every day, Nagar Sankirtan. So from that day only, Swami's activity only is apart from a job. There is no other activity except doing work for Bhagavan as a Sevadal member, as a bhajan singer. It is a wonderful thing. So I was away from Andhra Pradesh. So I was in Bilaspur at that time. What to do? And my people have told my office, you will never be transferred to Visakhapatnam. It's very practically impossible. You can't go there. You can't go there because rules do not permit, something like that. They have told, sir, what I have to do? Then I accepted. I only prayed, Bhagavan, Swami, if you feel that I should go to Visakhapatnam, arrange for it. Otherwise, if it is not, if the transfer is not materializing, all right. I think it is your blessing and I will stay here. What to do? And suddenly, one gentleman came with an order with 1 week. Sir, who is MS Prakash Rao? Myself. This is the order. I am posted in your place. You are to go to Visakhapatnam. Surprised. Everybody told it's not possible. That is the first miracle I have experienced in my life. Bhagavan, that I came to Visakhapatnam in 1968. I was very happy, then participating in all the bhajans and everything. And Bal Vikas Guru, I used to teach Bal Vikas students also. Then I wrote my first play in 1972. I wrote a 71st miracle is my transfer, because which I never expected in my life. Everybody told me, all the officials told it is practically impossible for you to go to Visakhapatnam. But there is no impossibility for God. God has ordered and I have come because I have to serve my parents. My parents are saintly persons. I have to do their service. So I am happily transferred to Visakhapatnam. That is first miracle. Second miracle is, then in 1972, I wrote a play and I trained the Bal Vikas children. So While they were going to Puttaparthi, my secretary told us, you must accompany us to Prashanti Nilayam because children are already trained. If you are there, we'll be very happy. But somehow I had some other work or some office. I did not feel that important to go to Puttaparthi along with the children. That is a mistake. God has given you an opportunity. Please remember, this is the first opportunity God has given you. I have not gone. So Swami has given chance there, and the children have played nicely. The drama was very good, and Swami called my secretary and asked him, who has written this play? Sir, Swami Prakash Rao has written. Has he come? The dialogues are very good. Drama is very good. Has he come? Swami said, he is dead come. Papam. Poor fellow. He has not come. So this is what Papam Raleda. Has he not come? Has asked. So they have told her, Bhaiya, you have not come. Had you come, Swami would have, I don't know what, Swami, how Swami might have blessed you. You would not have, I cannot tell you at all. Swami is so merciful, he would have definitely blessed you. See, this is the first mistake I have done. So Bhagavan, God gives you a chance. It is an experience for every devotee. God gives you a chance. If you don't utilize, if you get the next chance, you have to cry, cry, cry. That's all. Don't ever, my sincere prayer to every one of you, if Bhagavan gives you a chance in Satya Sai Seva organization, if you do any service, any activity, don't think it is given by your district president or a Samiti convener. No. Bhagavan has chosen you to do that work. So never say no to any work given to you. Please think that Swami has chosen you for this work and accept that work. So I have done my mistake. Now I have written much more a better play than after that. And you will be damn surprised. I asked everyone, is a very good play I have written. Nobody heard at all. 25 years I have to wait. Every Thursday, I used to take the play, sit before Bhagavan's photo, and Swami, please hear this play. And I used to read that play out to him, Swami, and Swami used to give some thought, and I used to correct it. Like that for 25 years, every Thursday, I used to read the play, and I used to pray, Swami, please hear this play, please give me an opportunity. And in 2000, Swami's 75th birthday, Sri Satya Sai Vidya Vihar School has been given an opportunity to produce one play for India on the occasion of 75th birthday. They have asked some author to write a play, and they have written he has written, but they have recorded it also. But finally, somehow they did not like the play. What to do? They were in a dilemma. What to do? And some teacher from the school who has heard that my play when she came to my house, Sir, Prakash Rao is a very good play. Why can't you consider that? Then they have, I got it. I gave the play to them, and they said this is a good play. And then who was to select the play for staging before Bhagavan is Anjali Dev Garu. Anjali Dev Garu is one of the greatest actresses in Telugu film field. Very hundreds of pictures. She was a heroine. She's an ardent devotee of Bhagavan. So I sent the play to her. On the third day, Anjali Dev Garu rang up to me. Prakash Rao, you wrote a very good play. Swami will like it very much. Kindly produce it in the best manner possible. Oh, thank you, Swami. So, all these 25 years of prayer have resulted in such a wonderful opportunity. 75th birthday, the very first play in the 75th birthday was my Tvameva Saranam Sai. That is the drama, the name of the drama. Bhagavan, when we are performing so compassionate Lord, I very closely from that day onwards, I had the experiences with Bhagavan. Swami, when we are doing the rehearsals, in Purnachandra Auditorium, we have put a tape recorder and we are doing the rehearsals. The students suddenly came, so no, reduce the volume. Swami is staying. Swami used to stay in Purnachandra Auditorium. Swami is getting disturbed. No, don't play it, then reduce the volume. See, if reduce the volume, how to do the rehearsals? I could not understand. So, but after 5 minutes, again they came. Sir, you can raise the voice. Sir, just now you told me to reduce the voice, and now you are telling raise the voice. No, we went to Bhagavan. Bhagavan has questioned, have you ever participated in a drama? He asked the students. And no, Swami. Then how do you understand the difficulties of those boys? Huh? Re Bhaiya, without hearing, how can they act? Let them raise this. I am happy. I'll hear it. Nothing will happen. Let them do the rehearsals. And we are doing the rehearsal. When we are doing the rehearsal, suddenly the boys stopped like statues. They stood like statues. They were not moving at all. I said, what are you doing? Act, I was telling. They were not acting. They were just stood like that. Then said, what happened? Just I turned. I was damn surprised, astonished. Swami was just, Swami's robe was touching my hand. Swami stood there. So that is why this. Then Swami, when I suddenly turned, Swami asked, what is the name? Emi Peru? Then asked, Swami, Tomeva Saranam Sai. Nene Saranama, I am your refuge. Oh, then all right. Baga Vijayant. Baga Vijayant. See, play it well. Nice. Then Swami said, blessed and give Padanamaskaram, went away. I said, Bhaiya, our drama will be a most successful drama. That's all. Swami said, Bhaga Vayanti means it will be very good. That's all. His word will never fail. That's all. And Swami, the first Padanamaskaram, even before we played, he has given us Padanamaskaram ho gaya. That is it. So we played it, and it's one of the wonderful places. Swami said, excellent. And he has given 80 silk sarees, Kanjivaram silk sarees to all the participants, and given his woolen suits, everything. And Swami said to when he came to us, Chala bagundi, excellent bangaru. This is wonderful. I see the next day he asked somebody, how is the play? Swami is good. What is good? Swami, drama is good. No. Songs are good. Singing is good. Actors good. Acting is good. Then dialogues are good. Delivery of dialogue is very good. Then what more you want? That is why the drama is good. That's all. Is it? So that is a wonderful blessing Bhagavan has given. So that was my wonderful experience. So dear Bhagavan, and so much of compassion, so much of love. He told everything. Just a pat on my back. Very good, Bangaru. It will be very good. So my 20. So that experience I got it after 25 years of ardent prayers every day. That is what is required. So this experience shows when Bhagavan, God gives an opportunity, never leave it. Grab the opportunity and do it. This I'll give you the story about this one. This one photo is, I have written a play about Denajanodharana Pathakam by our orphanage. So many orphans, we are such as organization adopting them, and Swami is we are educating them. So basing on the voice of that 9 dishes, they from our Denajanodharana Pathakam I have taken, and from the Jagruti play I have written. This is the Jagruti play. This is also a wonderful experience. What happened? I wrote the lyrics, I composed, and I wrote the songs, drama. I have trained the children, got it recorded, and for 2 months of rehearsals, we went to Puttaparthi for celebration. When we were about to, Swami has given the chance. So when we were about to stage the drama, before that, when Swami comes, flowers, flower offering, everything. The children will go and give flowers and all to the flower bouquets to Bhagavan. So at that time, I asked my state coordinator, sir, give me opportunity to give the script to Bhagavan. Then said, no, this is Dhyana Chandana Pathakam. We don't allow any elders to give all things will be done by children only. So Sairam, I said, and I said anything, Sairam, and I came and sat in my seat. Then one of devotees who's sitting by said, sir, you are the director and writer of the play, and you wrote all the songs, composed the songs, 2 months for rehearsals, day and night you have suffered. They should have given you a chance to give the opportunity to hand out the script. Why did you not ask them? I said, everything what happens here is Bhagavan's direction, that's all. It is his will that will prevail here. See, if I ask, they have planned something, why should I interfere in their duty? They decided that everything will be done, the children, let them do it. God has given him his opportunity to play my drama. That is itself a great opportunity. Why should I be over-ambitious? No ambitious. I will not be over-ambitious at all. Let him do. I believe in that the divine personality who is sitting in the throne, who is in the Simhasan, he is God. He knows everything. If he wants to bless me, he will bless us. Why I should beg anybody? No, I am quite happy. I said, see, this is the attitude that we should have. Now, what happened? The play was over. Immediately after the play was over, Swami shed tears. In a number of occasions, he shed tears about when the play was going on. And Swami went inside the interview room, and just after 5 minutes, he just came out. And the first thing he did, he stood there, called some lecturer from the university and said, call that poet who has written this play. So they came running to my state president, sir. Swami is asking the poet to come, the poet and that playwright to come there. So immediately they said, my state president said, Prakash, come on, Swami is calling you. I went there, Swami stood there. Swami waited for me. He patted my back, Bangaru. What a beautiful play you have written. I am so happy. Swami is so happy, so happy. And Swami, very good play, Swami told. And I touched, Swami said, gave me Padanamaskaram Chesko. Then I did my Padanamaskaram. After that, Swami again told Swami, very good play, Bangaru. I will sit there in my Simhasan. You come and sit there. So I sat by the side of Bhagavan, and Swami said again, he was telling her, you were praising the drama like anything. Then I became very emotional there and said, Swami, I have not written the PT. You alone, you wrote the play, Swami. I am only an instrument in your hand, that's all. Swami said, you always write with that thought in your mind. That is why they are good. You will always write them with that thought in your mind that you are writing, Swami is writing, that's all. That has given you such a wonderful dialogues and songs in this drama. And Swami said, and immediately created an emerald ring and gave me. And after that, he gave me 10,000 rupees. You get this drama printed, Bangaru, and bring it to me. I will bless it. And Swami told, so wonderful experience. And he created an idol, Ganesh idol, silver idol, and gave it to the main character. And he said, you do Vibhuti Abhishekam every day and put the Vibhuti on your forehead and go. You will be very, very successful in your studies. And he was very, very successful in studies. Now he is holding a very, very big post in Afghans. He's a very good engineer. So Swami blessed like that. So because you have accepted whatever is coming in your way, never quarrel with anybody, never argue with anybody, nothing. I never asked for, no, I have written the play, I should have given, no, nothing. I simply kept quiet and Bhagavan is blessed. Whatever, if you do your work, That is why we never we should never be. He should never be over ambitious at any time with Bhagavan. Like that. After that, no looking back. I have written 50 plays, and Swami, whenever we used to take a play, and once I took one more play, okay, Sai Krishna Leela Tarangini, and I wrote a play, and my state president asked me, you give me the script, I will give it to Bhagavan. All right, sir, I gave. So they were sitting in the front line, my state president and my district president were sitting, and I was sitting behind them. Swami gave, Swami never talked to anybody, went away, that's all. So then my state president has given me the script and went away, and he sat in the veranda. Swami, after 3-4, Swami went and sat on the stage, and after 3-4 bhajans, again came towards the gent side. Normally it does not happen, but that day he came. See, also then Swami is coming, let us also try, be careful. So I was ready with my script. Swami, from a distance, he just looked at me. So when I was able, trying to get up, the Savadal held me and I never get up. But Chakravarti Garu, see, don't leave him. Probably Swami wants to speak to him. So when Swami came, I just went forward. I was about to give the my paper, which mentioned how many devotees have come, how many Balavikas children are participating, everything is written on a paper. I wanted to hand over paper to Bhagavan. Swami said, why do you give me the paper? I know everything. How many people have come, how many children are acting, all these things I know, Bangaru. And he straight away looked onto my face, just patted my back and said, Bangaru, I will talk to you in the afternoon. Morning I am busy. Don't think otherwise. I will definitely talk to you in the afternoon. So be ready in the afternoon. I will talk to you. Huh? Don't think otherwise. I have come to only tell you this. And I shed tears, sir. Tears rolled down from my eyes. Why should the Almighty, a great avatar, being worshipped as God by lakhs and lakhs of devotees, should come to us and say, don't think otherwise? Why should he tell all those things? Not necessary at all. It is his compassion. It is his love. That's all. And I was very much, sir, I shed tears for 1 hour. Swami, kindly excuse me that I have given you to come to me again. No, I will be, please excuse me. And afternoon, he came immediately. When I was about to get it, no, I know, don't give me script. I know the drama will be good. Tomorrow, play tomorrow. From tomorrow, day after tomorrow, I don't will get any opportunity. I'll be very, very busy. So tomorrow itself, by 4 o'clock, be ready by 3 o'clock. And he sent everything. Because nobody should feel that we are delaying the play. No, we should not get a bad name. That is the Swami's intention. So I will come by 4 o'clock, be ready by 3 o'clock. We were ready by 3 o'clock. Swami gave anything. He went inside and he saw the play, wonderful play. He was very, very much happy with the play, and he just called me. I sat by the side of Bhagavan. So he asked him, see, very good play, he said. And she has created 2 chains and gave it to Krishna and Yashoda. And for every drama, somebody used to create something and give it to that is his love. See, this is experiences. See how much he cares for you, how much he cares for you, how much love he wants to give you. This, if you do your work sincerely, that's all. He is there to take care of you. You do your work sincerely, that's all. And like that, a very place happened, many times it has happened like that. And during my, coming to my profession, I say, my parents used to tell me, you must get the next promotion and all. You are every evening you go for bhajan. Morning Nagar Sankirtan, evening bhajan, and Sunday means morning to evening, some drama for children, Bal Vikas and all these things. When you will get next promotion, you try for it. I said, I am sincerely working. I take Swami's word, each and every word. He said, in profession, how to be successful. Swami very clearly told, be punctual, number one. Prove yourself to be efficient, number two. Third is be obedient to your superiors. Fourth is cooperate everyone. And fifth is respect everyone. You respect a peon in a similar manner as you respect your general manager. That's all. These 5 aspects, be careful. So I am proving myself efficient. I am punctual to my office. If 10 o'clock means 9:55, I am there in the office. I am working from 10 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Yes, not even 1 minute. I don't waste my time. I work efficient. I am proving myself very efficient in the office. So I am obedient to all officers, and I am cooperating to each and everyone in the office. So definitely what I am telling there is it is up to him now. I am practicing whatever he told. So now it is up to him. So this way, when I appeared for the selection, first selection, I superseded 9 people and became a superintendent. After that, as superintendent, I appeared for the assistant executive examination, and I superseded 300 people and became an executive engineer. And I superseded 10 people and became a divisional engineer. So this is all his grace. This is grace. When I was selected as executive engineer, that is a miracle has happened there. It was the Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao's project. It was. Then what they did is they wanted a most sincere man for a particular section, because that is 56 kilometer section. It is raising and widening of narrow gauge bank into broad gauge, and then construction of 3 major bridges and 90 minor bridges. 93 bridges I have to construct in 9 months only, because 18 months the project has to be completed. So if I complete the bridges and the earthwork, then only they will lay the track. So all type it is. So 9 months only my target. It's very, very difficult. Everybody refused to go there when they were posted. And finally, my chief engineer asked, Prakash Rao, I am posting you. What is your opinion, sir? Said, I will take it as Bhagavan's prasadam. That's all. Yes, he said, you have to work in a Nagjira forest, tiger-infested forest. You have to work. You have to construct 90 bridge. No food will be available there. You will not be able to get any food there. You have to eat fruits and carrots, everything which are produced there. That's all. I will not give you leave even for 1 day for 9 months, because this is Prime Minister's project. So I said, I agree. Then he asked, how is that? See, you never asked, is it possible, sir? 93 bridges, 9 months, is it possible? You are not questioned. Why should I question? You are the chief engineer. You must know the difficulty. You know the difficulty. All right. Then I will try my best. That's all. Then what? See, with what strength you are going there? What is how you are mentally strength to accept this? He said, I brought out Swami's photo. This is my strength. You believe him so much? Yes, I believe him. You think that he will definitely help you? Yes, he will definitely. Faith is to believe what you do not see, and the reward of faith is to see what you believe. I believe Bhagavan will be with me, holding my hand. He will be by my side. Definitely, he will make me successful. That's all. I have no doubt at all. I will not have any tension. Do you have to? No, I will not have any tension. I will have happily. I work for 18 hours a day. That's all. Sleep happily for 6 hours. Nothing will happen. Yes, I know. You said you know food will happen. Ramachandra in Ramayana, 14 years he was without food. So at least 9 months I can easily spend the time. So I spent the time happily. Then I work day and night. 18 hours a day I worked in the forest, and by God's grace, I told all the contractors, only thing is, I will drink my water. You need not give me water also. Even drinkable water also I will bring my water. Only thing is, I will get you a good name, do good work. Never try to cheat the railways. So railway is my mother. It is giving my food. Therefore, I must be very, very sincere and honest in my work. Never try to do any incorrect work. No, I will not allow you. I will dismantle it. So I will not ask you. I will not harass you. I will love you, your people, everybody. I respect you. But only thing is quality. Quality you have to maintain. That's all. And by Bhagavan's divine grace, 8 months, 29 days, 23 hours. 1 hour before my target, I completed my last bridge. It is Bhagavan's grace. That's all. And wonderful things. Swami, this one does beautiful things. Suppose you do any work and Swami's help comes to you. But clearly, Bhagavan will put you a stamp, or Satya Sai Baba stamp will be there. You must experience it. Because what has happened when the train was to be, then the line was to be inaugurated for traffic, Commissioner for Railway Safety inspects first. He came. I constructed one 2 crores bridge. He stood at the bridge. What a beautiful construction, he told. Prakash Rao, I congratulate you. Then suddenly my chief administrator, Mr. R.K. Goyal, Ramesh Kora Goyal, was sitting with it. Don't give Prakash Rao any credit. Give credit to Satya Sai Baba. Satya Sai devotees only can do such work, he told. Said. Yes, said Swami told through him that it is my grace. It is not your credit. I have blessed you. That's that. My chief administrator himself, officer himself told that it is Bhagavan's grace. That's all. It is his grace that I have done it. I never felt that I have done the work because I had no tension at all. Everybody was surprised. You do such a heavy work and you will not have it, no tension at all. Believe in Bhagavan. Do any work as his work. I am telling you, you will be the most free man. You will not have any tension. That's all. You think that it is his work and do it. And he is there to help you. I have that experience. That's all. Coming to my somebody asked me, tell me a good miracle of Bhagavan. I said, I am an engineer who knows about steel, cement, bricks and construction. That's all, nothing else. When I have written some beautiful lyrics which were appreciated in Bhagavan, that is itself a miracle. I am not a poet. I am not a scholar. But I have written these things. It's only his grace. That's all. Why do you think that M.S. Prakash, an engineer, can he write such a songs? There are so many playwrights, so many number of poets in Andhra Pradesh. If I have written this, Bhagavan has chosen me to do what that. That's all. I always take that he has chosen me to write these things. That's all. That is very much proved. I'll tell you how it has been proved. My mother used to stay at Puttaparthi. My parents used to stay at Puttaparthi. My mother one day asked me, why can't you write a very good song on about Ishwarama's thoughts about Bhagavan? Suppose she has seen many miracles in Swami's life. And suppose Swami is sitting in the jhula and suppose she is rocking the jhula. What thoughts would have occurred in her brain? Imagine and write a song. Then I wrote one song. This is a wonderful song, you see. Swami liked it very much. And Swami liked the song very much. So
Vripalli Bala
That is a beautiful song. That experience, I'll tell you. The students in 2006, Kodaikanal, Swami Summer, the students have gone along with Bhagavan, and for 20 days, Swami was there at Kodaikanal. And all these 20 days, each day, Swami used to hear the song at least a minimum 4 to 5 times every day. Students have told me about that. And once, for the first time, they sang in the interview room. When they sang this song, they had a doubt whether Ishwaramma used to really think about Bhagavan like this. They wanted to ask Bhagavan, Swami, he has written the lyric like this, but is it correct? That's whether Ishwaramma used to think about you like this. But even before their asking, immediately as the song was completed, Bhagavan told them, pointing out to a pillar, "Ee stambhan daggara kurchuni Swami na Swami gurinchi Ishwaramma ilage anukunedi," annar Swami. That means, sitting at this pillar, Ishwaramma used to think about me in the very manner. See, that is Bhagavan's grace. How did that come? It is his grace. It is not my greatness that I have written a song in such a beautiful song. No, I never think like that. It's only Bhagavan. It is Bhagavan's grace that Ishwaramma's thoughts have come into my lyric. It is his grace. Like that. And once, so I wrote another song, thinking Swami as mother, as Sai and Kammanu Pilipe Ammanu Talapaku Techindi, Sai and Tiana Talipe Ammanu Marapinchindi. See, I wrote that even when you come into my thought, I forget even my mother. Swami immediately, when they sang this song, Swami indeed told the students, no, it is not correct. When I come to into your thoughts also, you should never forget your mother. Mother is greater than God, Bhagavan told. You should never forget your mother. So Marapinchindi, he wrote, asked him to correct that one word, Marapinchindi. That Marapinchindi means I forgot. No, so he should not forget. So asked him to change the word. At that time, it was August 15th, I was in Prashant Nilayam. So Swami, that writer is there in Visakhapatnam. We will ring up to him and tell him to correct that word. That fellow is here near Ganesh Mandir. He is doing namaskar there. Go and tell him. So they came running to me. One of our singers, Sai Krishna, came running to me. Prakash, you are here. Swami told that you are here. So you correct this Marapinchindi. Then I told, immediately I changed it to Muripinchindi. I made my mother happy. I said, just a switch, simple correction. He told forgetfulness to happiness. It is over. So I wrote this and Swami was very, very happy. This is how Swami acts. Swami with so much of love, he gives you like this. So, like Swami, this is one aspect. And when we sang, this is one very important thing that every devotee must remember. You must always go with Bhagavan, hope and faith. Absolutely necessary. Faith and hope. Faith means, yes, the avatar of the day, avatar of this Kali Yuga, and the greatest avatar, he is Ramachandra of Dwapara Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Lord Krishna of Dwapara Yuga. He is the man. That's all. You must have 100% faith. Number one. Second is hope. God will definitely respond to my my devotion. If you are sincere, if you do any work sincerely, as an offering to God, Swami said, whatever you do, you think tapas means you going to a forest and sitting under the tree and meditating about God is tapas. No. Swami said it is not tapas. What is tapas? Tapas, whatever service is given to you, if you do it sincerely, with all skill, your skill and dedication, and putting all your energies into that habit, and do it as God's work and dedicate to Him, that itself is tapas. No more tapas. Listen, like that, if you want to meditate, only one thing, remember. Meditation, not sitting in a room in a just putting a wonderful carpet and putting a Krishna Janam and white sheet and sitting before button 2 hours meditation. No, it is not meditation. If you say that I have done meditation for 2 hours, it is not meditation. It is not jhanam, it is paradhyanam, Swami told. That means thinking thinking about something else. Your mind will be wavering. Whether you sit in puja, whether in meditation, anything. That is not meditation. What is meditation? Meditation means thinking about me all the 24 hours is meditation. Think about me, whatever you do, any work you are doing, whether it is office work or your own work or your whole family work, anything, whatever you do it thinking about me. That is meditation, he told. Think that everything I am seeing, I am observing every act of yours. How to win your grace? Many people ask me. Only one thing Swami said, feel my presence. Feel my presence, that's all. Always think that I am holding your hand. Then I will definitely hold your hand. You may ask me, how to tell our difficulties to you? How is it possible? You are in Puttaparthi, we are here. How to express our difficulties to you? Swami said very clearly, don't you have a photo, my photo in your house? Yes, Swami, we have a photo. If my photo is there in your house, never think that it is a photo. It is me sitting in your house. That's all. Stand before my photo and think about me. And do you ask for anything? You pray anything? I am going to hear. I will solve your problem. Definitely I will solve your problem. I will definitely hear it. So feel my presence. Feeling my presence every minute is meditation, Bangaru. Say so. Feel my presence, everything, and everything will go all right. I will take care of everything. So these are the things. Then hope. I told you, hope. God will definitely hear my prayers. He will definitely grant an interview. He will speak to me. Think like that. So once what happened on September 12th, evening, September 12th evening, in the divine presence. What happened? Our boys have asked, sir, we sang only some 6 or 7 songs. We are still 14 songs are left. Kindly ask Bhagavan to give us opportunity. I said, I will not ask. But sir, if you don't ask, how Bhagavan will give opportunity to you? Then I told, only do Sai Gayatri and let us sit together. Let us not break the discipline. Nothing. We will sit here. We sat and we will chanting. Swami is talking to somebody 21 times. Sai Gayatri is over. Just Swami finished talking to somebody and going away. When he was going away, he stopped. Our 21 times Sai Gayatri is finished. Swami stopped, called our state coordinator and asked them to sing tomorrow morning. I said, have we asked directly? Swami give us chance? No, he has not given chance. So are your prayers not heard by you? Your prayers are definitely heard by him. This is feel that your prayers will be answered by him. If you have faith that definitely he will hear my prayers, definitely he will hear. So he has given us chance. Next day morning, we sat and Aram say for comfortably we sang 14 songs. Even the last song was over. Still, Swami is closing his eyes and happily hearing putting the talam. He was hearing all the songs. What happened after that? My last song we are singing. Then what to do next? Swami is closing his eyes. How to ask him? Suppose suddenly he stops. What will happen? So I was having to tell it, don't think about all this. Our last thing is over, let it over. Don't be worried. I said, we were not worried. Simply when the last song was over, Swami opened his Aipoya partlu, Ogena. So your songs are over? Then said, yes, Swami. And, Acha, very good. Then I asked somebody to give them all sweets and all. Nice feast Swami has arranged for us. Then I did not go for food. I sat near the Purnachandra auditorium under a tree. I said, sir, we are sitting, let us go for food. I said, I have not come here for food. Please hear carefully. I have not come here for food. I have come here for Bhagavan's grace. That's all. Bhagavan is very, very much pleased with our concert. He will definitely bless us. I will sit here. I will not go for food. So the boys have gone for food. They have taken their food, and while returning, they said, sir, canteen will be closed. Now, at least you go now. No, I have not come here for food. That's all. I sat there. And these boys have gone to their rooms for taking rest. And at 1 o'clock exactly, I was sitting there. Chakravarti Garu came outside. Are Prakash Rao, come. Swami wants to give interview at 2:30. Come on, be ready. See what has happened. Had he gone, what would have happened? Had I left the place for food, what would have happened? So, your comforts are not important when you think about God. Your comforts are not first. So never think. And I said that, Swami, we all came, Swami. We went inside. Bhagavan has called me. And Swami, Bhagavan has asked me, what do you want? Your songs are like diamonds. That is why I will give you Navaratna ring. And he has given me a Navaratna ring. So, but I said, but Swami said, what do you want? You ask anything, I will give you. No, sir, Swami, your darshana sparshana sambhashana is much more than enough for me. I don't want anything else. Then he asked me, no, you ask something. Then because Swami, you are asking, my father is 95, 98 years old. He is forgetting everything. At least give some prasadam, Swami. Swami, he is forgetting. No, he is not forgetting me. He is doing Sairam. He told me, yes, Swami, he is definitely chanting Sairam. Oh, and then I said, you are looking after your parents well. I will look after them. Don't worry. I will look after them. And my father lived for 99 years, no BP, no sugar, no heart attack. I have not taken him into one day to the hospital. Never. I never took him to the hospital. Last Swami gave one silk saree for mother and a very good dhoti for my father, and give it to them. Tell them I have not forgotten them. I will look after them. Don't worry. So 99 years, my mother 93 years, no BP, no sugar, no heart attack, no hospitalization, not even for one day. My father, last day, he came and sat. He took puja, he did his puja, everything. Sat in the chair and said, I think my days are over. He said, no, sir, you are quite already, you are healthy. Why do you think like that? I said, no. And he said, I will tell you only 3 things. You are looked after me very well. Thank you very much. Number 1. Number 2, Swami is God. Bhagavan Sat Sai Baba is the Almighty. Never leave his feet. Don't disturb me. Over. All the 3 words are over. Then from 9:15 he started Sai Iswara Mehe Satchadeva Dimi Tanna Sarva Prachodhyat, and 10:15 he merged in the Lord. What a noble death. I have never seen such a wonderful death anywhere. My father. And my mother, when she was all right, all my sisters have come to look after so just to see her, they have come. All right. But they said, Amma, you are all right, so we are going. So, all right. Since everybody has come, let us all have a bhajan. So, 12:30 we started a bhajan. 12:30 we started a bhajan, and we up to 6 o'clock in the news, 6 hours continuously we did the bhajan. At I think 3 o'clock, I put a very big photo, Bhaga Swami's photo, in front of her bed. So Swami asked, "What, Swami, you are looking like that? Don't you want to take me? Take me." She has questioned. And after that, again, she is immersed in the bhajan. After 6:30, she asked everybody to stop. I will sing the most wonderful bhajan which I like. Hari bhajan bina sukha shanti nahi, hari nama bina anand nahi. At the top of her voice, she was singing, and while singing, before the song is finished, she emerged in the Lord. What a wonderful death I have seen my parents, my father and my mother. It is His grace. Look after them. Swami is very clearly assured, and he kept his word. That is Bhagavan Satyasai. So these are the things for everyone. They have Swami has given shawls and beautiful dresses. After that, Swami has then said, "No, stitching charges, Bangaru. Stitching charges. Swami, too much, 20,000 rupees you have given." I asked Swami, 20,000 rupees is too much. Then, no, don't give it to ordinary tailors. Get it stitched from a very good tailor. That's all, Swami. What a compassion, what a love, sir. Who will think of such small things? He is Swami. He is Bhagavan. Immensely, and 40 watches he has given. 40 watches here. The 80 diamond studded watches he has given. 40 watches. So he is so much pleased. Go with a hope. Why? Go with a hope, only hope. Bhagavan will definitely bless me. Suppose Bhagavan does not bless me, what will happen? If you think like that, he will never come to you. Have hope. That's all. God will definitely come to your rescue if you have hope and faith. This is absolutely necessary. I tell you once again, faith is to believe what you do not see, and the reward of faith is to see what you believe. That's all. And another very important thing Swami said once, smile a while you smile, another smile, so all that be miles and miles of no, don't have a castrile face. Swami said, no, never have a miles and miles of smiles. Then the person who was hearing questioned Swami, why should we smile? Because smile is the signature of God on your face. And remember that peace in the heart starts with a smile on the face. Be careful. So have smile. Sai devotees always smile, sir. That's all. No castor oil face. That's all. Whatever gay work is do it as his own work, and it is itself is a tapas. Think of him always, all the 24 hours, think of him. That is ready. And so, like this, so many experiences we had. And one wonderful thing, Swami, suppose you want to be successful in your service activity, what will happen? How you can be successful in your service activity? One thing, what is Swami said? You must have noble intention first. Sat Sankalpam. First of all, have Sat Sankalpam. Then put your sincere efforts and leave it to me. I will get it done. For this, I will tell you a wonderful example. 4 children, for 3 boys, one Mr. Ganesh, Mr. Pratap, and Mr. Murthy, 3 people from our town. They thought that we should do some good work. Swami has given water projects, so many water projects he has constructed in many villages, and he has provided drinking water supply, and he has built so many hospitals. What we should do now? We should also do something. So they have given to some Girijan villages, tribal villages, where people are living half naked without proper water, and some half kilometer to 1 kilometer he had to go down the hills to fetch water, and they wherever they bathe, in the same water they bathe, and same water they drink, same water they wash their dishes, same water they wash their clothes, and same water they wash even their cattle, and the same water they drink. That is the position there. They are suffering from waterborne diseases. Poor people, half naked people. Then they wanted to do something there. So how to do? Where is the money? So, my dear friends, if you think of any noble cause, first start with your sacrifice. First, be first to sacrifice. These three boys have sold their properties. Whatever they have given to their parents, they have sold the properties and pulled up some money. And first of all, they went to the villages. They have given them clothes. They have given them good food. Then they have taken doctors and conducted some medical camps. Like that, so slowly they have done it, and they have identified some springs, perennial springs, and they have constructed water tanks there. From there, but they laid the pipeline, and every village they put a tank and drinkable water at their doorstep. So like that, they have given to 4 or 5 villages. They went to Prashantanalim, told Bhagavan this is the thing. Swami, 1200 villages are how to give. Swami said, Avutundi Bangaru cheyandi. But yes, it will happen. It will continue. Don't worry. Go ahead with work. I tell you today, the money is flowing like flood, and they have given water to 400 villages. It is not only giving water, my dear friends, think me, their lives have been totally transformed today. They are wearing clothes like us, and their children are studying. They have provided with lights, solar lights. They are studying. They are doing bhajans every day, and Palaki Seva, the Dola, everything they are doing. And they themselves are now coming forward to water project. Already 400 villages they have given. How these 3 boys have given? Only thing is noble intention and sincere prayers, sacrifice. First they started with sacrifice, and so Bhagavan's blessing. He has seen that money flows continuously to the project. This is what. Another very important thing is, Swami can transform people. How can he transform people? I'll tell you. Some people from Srikakulam district, they came to me, sir, you compose some songs for us. We will release a CD on Bhagavan's birthday or something like that. So why should I write all these songs? There are some more lyricists are also there. Ask them to write song. You yourself suggest, sir, somebody's name. So I suggested one Nalli Dharmarao. You ask him to write the songs. He will also write. So there will be variety in the songs. So they went to Mr. Nalli Dharmarao. Sir, Prakash Rao has suggested your name. Why you write some songs on Bhagavan? Then he said, I am a staunch communist. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Baba. Please don't ask me to write any devotional songs. I will never write it in my lifetime. Get out. Very depressed. These people went to me and rang up to me. Sir, he told like this, why you have sent us today? An atheist like that. Why you have sent us to him? I said, say it's all right. Then I will do the job. Then after 3 days, he rang up. Nalli Dharmarao Garu, that poet has rang up to our people and said, yesterday Bhagavan appeared in my dream and asked me, Bangaru, why can't you write a song? And he put an apple in my hand. So I said, you should have done, you should have told whatever you told us. It's same thing you told to Bhagavan also. They said, no, no, no. There is a lot of love and affection he has asked. I thought, why should I honestly reject such a with great love? He is asking me to write a song. All right, one song I will write. So he wrote so 2 songs and he has sent it to me. And believe me, his songs are written in such a way that accepting Bhagavan Baba as universal Lord. Is such a beautiful composition. He has a beautiful written. You will, as a devotee, you will feel so happy to hear these songs. So wonderful songs he has written. Then after seeing the songs, then I rang up to him. Sir, you wrote wonderful songs. Then he said, I have not written, sir. Bhagavan as Baba has given me strength to write such songs. And he came to Puttaparthi and had Bhagavan's darshan. And I asked him, how is our Bhagavan, sir? He is not your Bhagavan, sir. He is our God, he told. An atheist writing such a beautiful song and he believed in Bhagavan as God. How he has been transformed? It's only that is Bhagavan only can do. A staunch atheist, a staunch rationalist, staunch communist, he has become a great devotee now. That is the power of Bhagavan. And one very, very important thing with Bhagavan is we should, when we do Bhagavan's work, whenever we do Bhagavan's work, one thing you should always remember that suppose you are doing any work, never think it is entrusted to you by your state president or a district president or some Samiti convener. No. If you are given any Swami's work, think that God has chosen you, Bhagavan has chosen you to do that work. That is the greatest opportunity to given to you. Therefore, never think that it is given by some authority. No, God has chosen you to do this work. And suppose you think like that, what is going to happen? Wonderful things happen. I'll tell you a small example. This water projects. There is one village, 5,000 feet above mean sea level. The complete stone that hill is full, is a rock totally, no vegetation at all. Only on the top of the hill there is some vegetation. Their small village, about 50 people are living there. When these people were taken to Puttaparthi, Bhagavan asked them, what do you want? So, Swami, we want water, drinking water. Then Bhagavan asked these boys, go and dig the well. Carefully hear it, dig the well there. It is a rock, total rock. So these people went, because Swami has told, so he engaged some stone cutters, asked them to dig the well. Sir, those stone cutters told, sir, this is a complete, the hill is complete stone. There will be no water at all. Why are you unnecessarily wasting money here? No, our Bhagavan has told, go on, go ahead. That's all. They cut the rock up to 25 feet. After that said, no, there will be no sign of any water. Said there will be no water at all, sir. We are closing the work, and they went away. Then they have brought another batch. They have also gone for another 25 feet. Then also there is no water. Sir, there will be no water, sir. And they asked some scientists from Andhra University. They said, there will be no water here. Scientists have also told. Everybody told. Then the tribals, they told, sir, when God has told that there will be water, when asked us to dig the well, how there cannot be water? See, tribals. Then they rang up to me, said, what to do here? Then I don't know anything, but one sentence I can tell you. When Bhagavan in 2006 August, when he was addressing people from Srikakulam district, Swami told one sentence in his lecture that when you are going to give water to any villagers, any village, if you want to do any water project, let it be rock or sand or anything, you dig the well, it is my responsibility to send the water. Swami said very clear, well, let it be rock, let it be sand, let it be anything. It is my responsibility to send the water, do the work. So same thing. I told this is him. They thought, we'll go for another 1 or 2 feet and then see. So they have put a dynamite and just 2 feet rock, some 4 pieces of rock have come out, and from that emerged a wonderful spring, and which filled the well up to 27 feet within 5 hours. And now that well is supplying water to 10 villages. This is Bhagavan. This is Bhagavan, sir. His word will never fail. When definitely happen. This is our experience. We have seen it. Now you will be damn surprised. Almost some 70 to 80 lakhs worth this beautiful temple, Satyasai temple, is coming there. 400 villages. Villages. How they have been transformed. You will see. From our towns, suppose you ask 200 Sevadal members to come to Prashanti Nilayam, generally, if you ask for 200, at least 150 or 160 people, at different, more number of people never come, but just some number near about your this, at least less than 20, 30 or 40 people, less than your figure. But when 300 people were asked to come from the tribal villages, 1,500 Sevadal members have come to Prashanti Nilayam. Who is responsible for the transformation except Bhagavan Sri Satya Sai Baba? That is the transformation brought in him, in people. Wonderful. Every village there is a Sai Kutir, every day there is bhajan. Nicely, beautifully dressed now. No half naked people now. And children are studying with solar lights. Wonderful. Their life is transformed. This is Bhagavan. So these are the things which you have to learn. When you do these things, Swami's work with faith, Swami's work with not only faith, but 3 things Swami told. How you will win your grace, how your suggestion will be successful. 3 things absolutely necessary. Swami said, unflinching faith, number 1. Number 2, continuous namasmaran. And third thing is obeying my teachings. These are the 3 absolutely necessary. Let us question ourselves. We are Sai devotees. Are we doing Suprabhatam, Omkaram, Suprabhatam every day? When we call ourselves such a Sai devotees? Let us do it. Let us not think about the past, what has happened. Right from today, every day, let us do Omkaram Suprabhatam. Let us read this Swami's literature at least for half an hour every day. Do Sai Gatri at least for half an hour every day. And recite Swami's Ashtotram and prayer. Continue wherever you are. These are absolutely necessary. Only Swami said one thing. You don't give lectures to anybody. Don't preach how to behave as a devotee. No. You do it and show it. People will change only if you do it. By practice only you can preach. Without practicing, never preach. Do it and never run after money. Never run after money, Swami told. Do my service. That's all. Think that you are my children. Don't think, don't, if you think I am God and you are somebody, your devotee, and we will be far away. Think I am your mother, I am your father. That's all. Whatever. See, one gentleman once asked Bhagavan, Swami is, my life is my message. Swami told 100 times. Swami, how to win your grace means, he's one of his friends, Mr. Narsappa. I interviewed him once day. I met him he was 94, 95 years when I met him, Narsappa. So, how Swami behaved with them. Narsappa stopped schooling. Then Swami called him once. Narsappa, you might have left your education, studying. You have left me your studies. Then one thing you do it. You never leave my friendship. Then Narsappa used to come to Swami, take him to up to Chitravati. After Swami goes away to crossing the Chitravati to Bukkapatnam, then he used to come back. Again, by the time Swami returns from school, he used to wait at Chitravati and bring him to home. So this is how he used to spend. Once there was flood in Chitravati, and the whole village, about 60 houses from Puttaparthi village, are completely washed away. Then Narsappa was running around the government offices for help. Swami sent him a word. So he came to Swami. Narsappa, have you read Bhagavatam? Yes, Swami, I read Bhagavatam. If you read Bhagavatam, what did Kuchela, Sudama, what he did when he was in difficulties? Swami, he went to his friend, Lord Krishna, for help. Then why did you not come to me? Why are you running around government offices? You should have come to me. Swami, it's my mistake. I have not come to you. And Swami said, don't worry. So he built 60 houses, beautiful houses, which will not be affected by flood, and gave it to that Narsappa and all his relatives to stay there. Another very important thing, Narsappa told. Narsappa was speaking a very beautiful language, wonderful Telugu he was speaking, chaste Telugu he was speaking. Then, sir, you are not educated. You are now only for some 4th standard you studied in a school. Now you speak such a beautiful language, even the scholars are unable to speak such beautiful language. How is that you are speaking? Swami said, it is friendship with Bhagavan. Because of friendship with Bhagavan, I am able to speak such language. And another incident is, Swami called Narsappa once and took him to Chitravati. They both sat in the sand. Sat on the sand. Then Bhagavan asked him, oh, you wanted to ask something, Narsappa, but you are not asking me. No, Swami, I don't have anything in my mind. No, there is something you ask. Swami, I wanted to go to Shirdi, but I could not go to Shirdi, Swami. Oh, you could not go to Shirdi. And Swami put his hand on Narsappa's head. And suddenly he became unconscious. And after half an hour, Swami removed his hand and Narsappa, said, Swami, where are you? Swami, I am in Shirdi. All this half an hour I am in Shirdi. I was having the darshan of Lord Sai Baba. I was in the Samadhi. I was there near the Samadhi. I prostrated there. And just now I am returning and I came to consciousness, Bhagavan. So, such is the wonderful experience, love for his friend. Swami says, my life is my messages. You must love your friends like that. So, this is Swami's way of dealing with his friends and relatives, and not only, and devotees also. So therefore, Bhagavan, never think of that Bhagavan is, suppose you always, we have some doubt. 99% we believe in Bhagavan, but that 1% some doubt will be there. Yeah. So Bhagavan told, 99% faith is not faith, Bangaru, 100% faith is only faith. When you will know that you have 100% faith, if you give top priority to Swami's work. Swami's work give you top priority. Other works. Swami said, Swami told the example of Pandavas. Why Pandavas were successful? Because they put God first, others next, and I last. But we pushed I first, others next, and God last. Therefore, never do like that. Think whatever any work Bhagavan has given you, think that it is the God's work. That's all. Give it top priority. I'll say a small example. Once, when I was working as an executive engineer, I was executing some very important works which are running into crores of rupees. So for all my works, how many crores it cost? How many crores we have were allotted? How many for that year? How much was spent? How many more crores I want? Like that budget. I have to prepare for railway budget. I have to send it. So my chief engineer asked me, tomorrow 10 o'clock you come to the office. We will discuss about the budget and we will finish off the budget, and by evening I will send it to the headquarters. Yes, I was at 9:30. I was prepared to, with all budget papers, I had to come to the office. But my state coordinator has rang to me, Prakash Rao, urgently you must come. There is one service activity at such and such place, some area is there. You must come. You must only come. So I went there. I never thought of the office, what will happen to my job and all. I never thought, though it was important budget session also. I have not thought this. I simply went away to the to the play every work, and at 1:30 at 2 o'clock I came to the office, thinking what the chief engineer will. I never had any tension. Let it do, I will explain. But it's a budget budget work, so it's very, very important. Chief engineer may get annoyed with me. So, but I went, I was praying Bhagavan, and I was sitting in my seat. My peon brought one paper and just put before me and went away. I opened my eyes and saw the paper. My dear Prakash Rao, I took my wife to hospital for some examination. I will come at 15 hours. Please meet me at 15:30. That is Bhagavan. That is Bhagavan. If you give importance to Bhagavan's work, it will be like that. So never think that God's work, if you do, it will be, your work will be hampered. No, your work will not be hampered. Take God's work first and do it. Definitely He is there to come and help you. Never be worried about this thing. Always, I tell you, very, very important thing is God's work. Think my God, my Bhagavan is the universal Lord. That's all. There is no two opinions about that. Your faith, Ananta Ninantar Chintana, and lead Swami's literature is the best, first and foremost thing that everybody do. What you have to do, how you must behave in your life. See, Swami, any doubt if you have got, open Swami's book, immediately in that page you will get the answer. That means constantly Bhagavan is watching you. Constantly Bhagavan will be watching us. Please conscious of that. Definitely all your works will be successful. You will be definitely successful. Another very, very, very important thing is, see, bhajan 100 people, Nagar Sankirtan 10 people. Can you tell me why? Because we don't know the value of Nagar Sankirtan. See, you sit in meditation, you sit in puja, but your mind will be somewhere. It will be wandering here and there. Swami said, the greatest sadhana which will make you control all your senses, all your mind, all your senses, everything will be under your control, and your entire concentration will be only on Bhagavan in one exercise, that is Nagar Sankirtan. Because your feet will be walking, your hand will be clapping, your tongue will be singing. So everything in Nagar Sankirtan, no other thought will come into your brain. You think about it, just practice it and see it. I'll tell you a small example of one person. I gave him interview. So Swami normally asks, what do you want? What do you want? He asked this gentleman also, what do you want? Swami, I will what I want, I will tell you later on. But why you have given me interview? He asked. So Swami told, you go to Nagar Sankirtan every day. That is why I have given you interview. This is a number of people. This Swami told like this. One used to go to our West. He nominated one school teacher as a district president, first district president of West Godavari district. Then that gentleman asked Swami, I don't have money, I don't have any transport. What to do? Why you appointed me as district? Because you would go to Nagar Sankirtan. That is the only qualification. So this gentleman asked, because you go to Nagar Sankirtan only, I have given you the interview. Said that gentleman, Swami, sometimes nobody is coming, I am going alone to Nagar Sankirtan. At that time, some gentleman is coming and some elderly gentleman is coming and joining me in the Nagar Sankirtan. Shall I tell him that you also go to Puttaparthi? Swami will give you interview for people going to Nagar Sankirtan. You are also coming with me for Nagar Sankirtan. You will also get interview. Then Swami told, in that early in the morning, in that cold, who will come to give company to you, Bangaru? I am only coming. I am only joining you in the Nagar Sankirtan. So this is Bhagavan. Bhagavan gives such wonderful experiences. Never forget, Bhagavan will give. If you want to get experiences from Bhagavan, have 100% faith. Faith is absolutely necessary. 100% faith. Unflinching faith, continuous namasmarana, and obeying Swami's teachings. These are the three things which will be very, very, make you very close to Bhagavan. He is there with you. He will look after you. Nothing to worry. Have 100% faith. Swami will be with me. That's all. He will be with you. If you don't have that faith, whatever pujas you do, whatever meditations you do, all that it does not help you. No. Be careful. Always be in Swami's work. The happiness you get, yes, it is Swami told. What is Saranagati? Saranagati means, Swami told, Bangaru, Saranagati is not a very big thing. You think Saranagati is something which can be followed by only by saints. No. He said, accepting good or bad, whatever happens in your life as Bhagavan's prasadam is itself Saranagati. Accept everything, whatever good or bad coming in the way, you accept them. That's all. It is Bhagavan's prasadam. That is Saranagati. That's all. Whatever you will. So Swami, most want to, you must always remember each and every word that he speaks. What is the greatest boon you will give for the devotees? What is the greatest boon you give to your devotees, Bhagavan? Asked one gentleman. Then Bhagavan said, I will give them the strength to bear their sorrows and tears. That is the greatest boon I can bestow upon my devotees. This is what. So Let us understand these things. Let us understand these things and be in the service of Bhagavan always till our last breath. Will let us do Swami's service. My parents' life itself is an example for me, and till the last minute they were chanting Bhagavan's name, and happily, without hospitalization, without any disease, they have merged in the Lord. This is my own experiences, I am telling you. So be careful always, and as I told you, always be smiling. Never hide your smile. Be smiling, always smiling. Because smile a while you smile another smile, so on. There'll be miles and miles of smiles. And smile is the signature of God on your face, and peace in the heart starts with a smile on the face. This is the Bhagavan says. Bhagavan says, always smile, smile, smile. That's all. Let us be our and another very important thing is our Swami's devotees are much more close, much more affectionate, much more loving than any of your relatives. Any of your relatives. This is my experience. When I suffered from COVID and I was in the hospital, none of my relatives have come. they were when they have come also, they said, no, not necessary, sir. We are all there to look after them. we are always like that. I was as if I was in a summer resort. I have spent the 10 days and happily returned home without any trace of it. And for Bhagavan's grace, only chanting Bhagavan's name and Bhagavan's devotees are happy, nothing. So if at 80 years, if I am not having any ailment, it's only His grace. That's I will be doing 24 hours, say to 10 to 12 hours, even now also, I will do only Swami's work. That's all. Nothing. That only can keep me healthy. That only keep me healthy and happy. Wonderful things. So today, I am extremely happy to share some of my experiences with all the most loving and most devoted brothers and sisters of Sai family all over Singapore. And I think even my well-wisher and my very close friend, Mr. Gopi Krishna from Hyderabad. He's also a very wonderful person. He's also dedicating most of the entire family, his wife and he, both are spending a lot of time in only Swami's work, has close interaction with Bhagavan. And I'm extremely happy about these things. And I am grateful to the organizers, the Sathya Sai devotees of Singapore, for giving me this great opportunity to share my experiences with all of you, particularly Satya, Venkat, both wonderful, smiling people. Both of them are, when I talk to them, I feel that my Gopi and also wonderful people. We must have people like that. That's all. Wonderful people.
What a wonderful way to start the year. I think the message is loud and clear. What needs to be done is having the faith to start. I think the second important point of the example that you gave of the boys who took up the project, I think ever since Swami starting the organization, he's always said, do from your means first before you go reaching out with a bowl, right? And I think that is a beautiful message. The sacrifice for any seva has to start from
his character.
And then we will take it to whatever level. That beautiful message in that example that And I think one more thing is the way your parents had their last moments. I wish more than remembering Swami, that would be the idea.
See, here, there, Swami has promised, I will look after them. You don't worry. I will look after them.
No, but
Swami told me.
Yeah,
while giving prasadam, he told me, I will look after, don't worry, I will look after them. And tell your parents that I have not forgotten about them.
No, but
so much of assurance here.
But what you mentioned most, that I think from other messages, your father telling you his gratitude for taking care of you. I think that is very important in life, right? We always miss expressing that gratitude when we are around.
And clearly told me that Bhagavan is God, never leave his feet. my father told me very clearly. And my mother told me, see, in my last minute, I will think about Bhagavan only. Bhagavan only will come into my thoughts. Nobody will come. Then ours is so confident that only Bhagavan will come into your. She said, in my interview, asked Bhagavan, you must only come into my thoughts in my last moments of my life. He said, sadhana chesko bangaru, do sadhana. Swami told, for 50 years I have been every day 2 hours I am singing. Definitely we will be only in my thoughts, that's all. And it's like that. While singing, Hari Bhajana bina sikha shanti nahi. He closed, singing. While singing, she lost, breather had lost.
Absolutely. I do not know how else to say this. It's a small family. The way I honestly, what started off as a Singapore satsang, believe me, the family is now extended all around the world. I do not know from Singapore joined, but all I can tell you is Brother Gopi is an old friend of mine, and he has done his chaperoning me to weapons when I was.
Gopi is a friend to everyone.
So it's such a feeling to start the year this positive way. Gopi Anna, you want to say something? You're muted.
Yeah. Sairam, wish you very happy and holy New Year, all Singaporeans. You know, Sairam, it's so nice to see you on a New Year day. Just and if I have to speak something about Prakash Rao uncle, MS Prakash Rao uncle, I think it'll take a day or more than that. What a wonderful person. In fact, I still remember, Swami had given for all 10 fingers rings, Swami would have to create some more hands for him to put some rings.
No. I got in June 20th, 2009, where we gave a concert. Then my state president told me, you don't sit in the first row. Swami may call you. You sit in the second row. So I sat in the second row. So then I told him, suppose Swami calls, don't go. Then I said I will not go. So after the concert is over, Swami called, please come. So then I asked one of the youth to go. He went to them. Swami said 3 people should come. Then another 2 people, one from Hyderabad and one from Visakhapatnam, one from Krishna district. I said I did not go. Swami created 3 rings and he held like that. And he gave one ring to the Visakhapatnam fellow and one ring to the Krishna fellow, but Hyderabad boy, he did not give. Somehow he asked him to take Pada Namaskaram. He held that ring, he looked at it like that. I was there, and then he called me. So he called me, and then when I went, he has seen, your hand is full. Swami told me, your hand is full. Swami is only your prasadam you have given me, your grace only. And even then I will give you. Even then I will give you. This is for your happiness and prosperity. And Swami told her to give that ring. So you see, what he does, God only knows.
So all I can say is this is the start of a series of satsangs by Uncle. So, Uncle, so you already know what you have as messages that Swami wanted to share. I hope you will be back again with the series that we discussed earlier, and looking forward also to having
I
more
see.
of your
Next week, next week we will talk about why we should worship Bhagavan Baba as God.
Okay.
Because many people, atheists argue with us. How can a human being be God? And all these wonderful things, they will argue with us. But scientifically, you can definitely teaching from all the preachings of great saints like Aurobindo, Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and there are many points from which you can definitely say that yes, he is God.
Yeah,
Yes,
another
the-
thing, Venkat, I also suggest, that the dramas and skits that he has written, which have been staged in Prashant Nilayam, we should definitely pick up some of those, or all of those, I should say, and then maybe translate into English. And, the Balvikas children in Singapore should definitely
Sure.
stage them,
So now that everything is digital, I think it's a good idea to share this across to make digital productions of them in English,
Sure.
if it is possible.
yes, yes.
There are so many wonderful messages that have gone through those dramas, and each one of them is a diamond by itself, as I know. So I think we should, Uncle, you should share the scripts if you have a soft copy.
I have what? I have grabbed, I have filed everything. Every each and script I have kept it ready, including the audio also I have got.
We should,
There you go, man.
now that you have said it's Swami's command, let's take one. And this by Guru Purnima. Always nice to have a target to work towards. And Swami has said, let's try and see whether the children of Singapore can get a digital drama for Guru Purnima 2022. Let's hope and pray. Prayer
Yes, yes.
we can do. Uncle, seeking Swami's blessings to have you back next week. And all I can say is thank you, Swami, for making every Sunday such a wonderful recharge, quick charge to sustain the week ahead, keeping everyone safe and always.
Satya sir, you also share your feedback. Also take from our devotees. How did they feel? Because whatever.
The feeling is already there, Uncle. You don't worry. There's no feedback. The real feedback will be transformation. So I can see when you not smile only during satsang, I have to smile the rest of the week. So if I smile the rest of the week, then the feedback is there. So there is already a message underlined here. Let's see how the week goes. Thank you so much, Uncle. Sairam, finish with Lokas, pray to Swami. You all know who the speaker for next week is. So looking forward to seeing you all next Sunday. Finish with Samasta Loka. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagwan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki Jai.
Jai.
Sai Ram, stay safe.
Sai Ram.